Hey guys, it's Gramma Kleven again. This time I'm doing my Christmas video. I have my Christmas coffee mug, and we're going to do the poem The Night Before Christmas. This is a really old poem. It's one of the first poems that's about Santa Claus. In the United States, we call him Santa Claus. In some countries, they call him Father Christmas. And in other countries, they call him Saint Nicholas. So in this particular poem, they talk about Saint Nicholas, but Saint Nicholas and Santa Claus are the same guy. There's also a couple other words that you might not be aware of. One is called coursers, and in this poem, coursers means a fast horse. So he's kind of talking about Santa's reindeer being like really fast horses. The other word that sometimes throws kids is when he throws up the sash. It's like, what in the world is a sash? A sash is the part of the window that opens. So you have a sash at your house too, but that's what he's talking about. He just opens the window. Now, figgy pudding is not in this poem, but your mom and mommy wanted to know what figgy pudding was. So figgy pudding is an old-fashioned kind of dessert. It's basically like a fruit cake. It's very moist and very sweet and has a lot of dried fruit in it. And it was something that was served at Christmas time hundreds of years ago. So you'll find it in some of the old songs and old poems about bringing a figgy pudding at Christmas. Here is "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
A visit from St. Nicholas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
So I hope you liked the poem. I hope you have a really good Christmas. I hope you get lots of goodies in your stocking. And remember that Grandma Kleven loves you.